Intellectual Property Act IP Act. Intellectual property refers to creation of human mind, that is invention, literary and artistic work, designs and symbols, etc. IP Act protects with what a human mind creates. Features of intellectual property. Intellectual property is a creation of human mind. It is an intangible right exercised for tangible work. Intellectual property treated as a movable property can be assigned and transferred. It gives the owner an exclusive right to use his property. Classification of intellectual property. Trademark 10 years. Copyright after death plus 60 years. Patent 20 years. Geographical indications territory. Industrial designs, shapes, patterns. Need for intellectual property. It keeps the idea shape. It protects the business growth. It is less time consuming. Remedies for the infringement of intellectual property rights. Civil remedies. Section 135. It gives injunction, award of cost, damages and profit. It deals with the delivery or destruction of items, tracing the order. Let's understand the criminal remedies for infringement of IPR. Section 101 to 121 deals with criminal remedies for infringement of IPR, falsely applying the trademark, selling of goods against false trademark, falsely representing trademark as registered, falsifying entries in register of trademark, imprisonment of minimum 6 months to 2 to 3 years, fine minimum 50,000 to rupees 2 lakhs. The Trademark Act 1999. Trademark. Section 2 ZB. It's a mark capable of being represented graphically and which is capable of distinguishing the goods or services of one enterprise from those of the other enterprises. Types of trademark. Product trademark. It is used on good or on a product. For example, Nestle. Service mark. Represents service rather FedEx. Logos and symbols. It shows uniqueness such as Apple. Shape mark. To create certain manufacturer, to relate certain manufacturer. Coca-Cola bottle. Collective mark. It is linked with group. For example, CA logo. Certification mark. It denotes quality. FSSI. It deals with the food safety. Series marks. Common syllable. For example, McDonald's. Geographical indicators. It shows the origin. For example, Darjeeling tea. What are the functions of trademark? It identifies goods of one trade from goods sold by the others. Goods having common trademark, they come from a single source. Goods having common trademark are of equal quality level. It helps in advertising and selling the goods. Characteristics of trademark. It should be distinctive. It should be preferably be an invented word. It should be easy to understand and pronounce. It must be easy to spell correctly and write legibly. It should be short. It should appeal to the eyes as well as the ear. It should satisfy the requirement of registration. It should not belong to the prohibited class for registration. What is the procedure for registration of trademark? Select a trademark agent in India. Pre-search of patent literature for eligibility for registration. Complete the application form and filing with CG of TM. Application number allotment. Review by the trademark office. Scanning. VENA codification. Preliminary, preliminary approval and journal publication. Awaiting for any opposition. If no opposition, then it will be registered as a trademark. Registration of trademark is done. If there is opposition, there will be a show cause hearing. If opposition is allowed, there will be the rejection of application. There will be a review by the intellectual appellate board. Terms and condition for an assignment and transmission. Section 38 and Section 39 deals with the assignment and transmission of trademark. Trademark can be transferred to another person or legal person through assignment, merger, transmission, etc. Terms of assignment and transmission of trademark. Complete assignment and transmission of trademark. It means the transfer of all rights, including right to further transfer, rights to royalties, etc., from one individual to the another individual. Partial assignment. It means the transfer of ownership specified or restricted to certain services or products. Assignment with goodwill. It means to transfer and assignment of the trademark with all rights and market value associated with the trademark. The assignment without goodwill. It means the transfer by the owner in such a way that it can be used for any other purpose except the original one. Conditions for assignment and transmission. Section 42 deals with the conditions for assignment and transmission. The assignment of trademark is necessary to be in writing and to be the act of assigner and the assignee. Section 40 says trademark should not be assigned or transmitted if it results in exclusive rights in more than one of the person concerned to the use in relation to same goods or services or same description of goods or service nearly resembling each other and likely to deceive and cause confusion. A certification trademark shall not be assigned or transmitted without the consent of the registrar. Associated trademarks shall not be assigned if they are separate trademarks and not whole. Rights conferred on registration of trademark. It provides exclusive right of use to the proprietor, to assign and to license, to make an alteration of the trademark. It gives rights to branding and indication of quality of goods, registered user infringement proceeding, right to renewal of trademark. What are the remedies available for infringement of trademark? There are civil and criminal remedies. Civil remedy is covered in section 135 where there will be injunction, damages or account for profit, delivery of infringing labels and marks for destruction. Criminal remedy. Section 102, 1 to 121. Falsely applying the trademark, selling of goods against false trademark, falsely representing trademarks as registered, falsifying entries in register of trademark, imprisonment of minimum 6 months to 2 to 3 years, fine minimum 50,000 to rupees 2 lakh. Terminology. Invention. Section 2, subsection 1, clause 1 defines invention as a new product or process involving inventive step and capable of industrial application. Certification trademark. Section 2, subsection 1, clause E means a mark capable of distinguishing the goods or service in connection to its origin, material, mode of manufacture, which are registrable under chapter 9 as a proprietor of the certification mark of that person. Deceptively similar. Section 2, subsection 1, clause H. It states that a mark shall be deemed to be deceptively similar to another mark if it nearly resembles the other mark as to be likely to deceive or cause confusion. Collective mark. Section 2, subsection 1, G means a trademark distinguishing the goods or services of members of an association of persons which is the proprietor of the mark for those of others. Well-known trademark. Section 2, subsection 1, clause ZZ, a mark which has become so to the substantial segment of the public which uses such goods or receives such services that the use of such mark in relation to other goods or services would be likely to be taken as indicating a connection in the course of trade or rendering of services between those goods or services and a person using the mark in relation to the first mentioned goods or services. Example, Benz, Bisleri, Whirlpool, etc. As per trademark rules to 2017, it is possible to apply for well-known status. Passing off. Passing off occurs where the mark is not only deceptively similar to the trademark of another but also creates confusion for the customer, which ultimately results in damages to goodwill and the business of the unregistered owner of the mark. The Copyright Act 1957. Explain the term copyright. Explain the term note on copyright. Copyright has been defined in section 14 of the Copyright Act 1957 as an exclusive right to do or authorize the doing of any of the following acts in respect of a work or any substantial part thereof, that is literary, dramatic or musical work, artistic work, cinematograph film, sound recording, computer program. Characteristics of copyright. Originality. Copyright subsists in original work. Creativity. Important aspect for having copyright. It is fixed in a tangible medium of expression. It provides exclusive monopoly on the work. It protects owner of the original work from others. Statutory right. Right of adaptation. Derivative work. Multiple right. Various rights in the same work. State the work in which copyright subsists. Subject to provision of section 13, copyright shall subsist throughout India in following classes or work: original literary, dramatic or musical work, dramatic work, recitation, choreographic work, musical work includes graphical notation, original artistic work, section 2C, painting, sculpture, cinematograph film, section 2, clause F, visual and sound recording, section 2, XX, sound regardless of medium, computer program, section 2, FFC, codes, schemes, etc. Explain fair dealing under copyright law. Section 52, fair dealing or fair use means the use of a copyright of another by any person for specific purpose such as research, private use, criticism, review, reporting of current events, current affairs, lectures in public, etc. It simply means reasonable use. The doctrine of fair dealing is the exception to basic rule, which states that the copyrighted work cannot be used without the permission of the owner. Factors which determine fair use: nature, extent, and quantum of use of copyrighted work. The purpose of such use, including whether such use is for commercial or non-commercial nature, the likelihood of competition between two works, the effect of use based on the market value of usage. Copyright is a bundle of rights. Explain rights of owners. Copyright legally protects the creator works, the right to exclusively reproduce the copyrighted work, the right to prepare derivative works, the right to distribute copies of the work, the right to publicly perform the copyrighted work. Copyright rights are usually provided for 60 years. In case of any infringement in copyright, the owner has both civil remedy section 55 and criminal remedy section 63 against the infringer of the copyright. Factors responsible for piracy of copyrights. Piracy on internet. It is unlawful reproduction and or distribution of any copyrighted digital file that can change hands over the internet, generally done with music files, videos and movies, e-books, software and other materials. Piracy occurs when any copyrighted works are duplicated, replicated, shown in public, or to generate the income without the consent of copyright owner. Major concern in the modern era of digital technology.